Hi YouTube family, welcome back to Charmaine's Kitchen. I hope you are all having a wonderful day so far. It is a holiday, it is a beautiful day, and I'm just in the mood for a beautiful stew saltfish and plantain bake. Have you ever heard about plantain bake? Well, you're in for a treat today. Come on down and let's make it together. First of all, we will start with preparing our salted fish, and I have the salted fish soaking in some water after I rinse it when I open the bag. Now I'm gonna boil it out for about 20 to 25 minutes. In some hot water, we will add the salted fish pieces, and this will help to remove most or almost all of the salty content from the fish. So I just finished boiling my salted fish. I'm leaving it with some room temperature water while I'm preparing some flour to make our bake. To make our plantain bake, we need ripe plantain, and I'm gonna peel up my ripe plantain here. If you have a lot of ripe plantain and you don't know what to do with it, there's so many things you can do with that. I also have many different recipes for bake. I have a few different ones. Pulauri bake, I have pumpkin bake, I have sweet bake, I have so many different kinds of bake. So this is one of my bake additions. So we're gonna cut these up into smaller pieces, and you can grate these with a cheese grater, but today I'm gonna use my blender to blend them up to make a nice puree. So in the blender it goes. We don't need any liquid for the puree process. The plantain is ripe, so we have lots of moisture. So our plantain puree look really nice, and because the plantain is ripe, it smells really nice. So we're gonna add our baking powder into the flour. We're gonna add a little pinch of salt. We're gonna go in and add some sugar, and I'm adding brown sugar into mine. You can also add white sugar. So we're gonna mix all our dry ingredients in. Don't forget that I also have a banana bake recipe on my channel as well. We're gonna go in now and add our green seasoning. I will leave all the measurement in the description below for all the ingredients that I'm using today. Nice bit of green seasoning always take the bake to a different level. And now we're gonna go in with our plantain puree, and this is very nice and moist, so be careful that you mix this in first before you add your water to knead the dough. So we're gonna mix in our plantain puree now in everything, and this will help you to get a right feel of how much water you need to add into the mixture. This smells really nice. The ripe plantain puree with the green seasoning, a little bit of salt and all that into the flour really smells nice, and it becomes a little bit like flaky, like the dough is coming together. So now with room temperature water, we're gonna add a little bit at a time to knead this dough. It smells nice, ripe plantain. So remember, if you have those ripe plantain and you don't know what to do with them, there are so many things that you can make. So our dough is coming nicely together, as you can see, and I am noticing all the green seasoning just popping up. The dough smells really nice with that ripe banana. So I'm very excited, and I hope you guys will try this recipe. You know, it's nice to try new things because we're getting two in one here. We're getting plantain and we're getting bake in one. And who doesn't love a nice, beautiful fried bake with some salted fish and some eggs in there? We're gonna make round bake. I'm making small little ones for these banana bake, and we will roll these off just like this. It's a beautiful, nice bake. It smells so good. And then we will fry individual bakes. You can also make bakes and cut them into small pieces. Today I'm gonna make nice big ones for the kids. And here they are, nicely rolled off. I'm gonna cover them and leave them until I prepare my salted fish, and then we will come back and fry these babies up. So with just a few simple ingredients, we have onion, green onions, garlic, and some burred pepper. We're gonna chop these finely to add to our salted fish, and I'm gonna add some eggs into the salted fish to make it extra special. And this is our seasoning for the salted fish and eggs. I'm gonna add my onions in the pan. We're gonna start frying the salted fish. So we're gonna fry our onions up a little. We're gonna add our hot pepper in the onions. Let's add our salted fish. So we're gonna mix this up and let it fry a bit before I add my green onions, and I like to grate some garlic into the salted fish as well. And the garlic adds a really nice flavor in here. So we're gonna add some grated garlic to the salted fish. Trust me, if you never did this before, try it. It really flavor up the fish nicely. We're gonna add a little bit of tomato paste. You can go in with some tomatoes, but just a little bit to hype up the color and make it nice and vibrant. It will also add some flavor to the fish. Today I'm not adding any tomatoes because I don't have any fresh one. I only have frozen ones, but I'm gonna add the tomato paste and it's gonna work nice for us. So while our salted fish is cooking, we're gonna go in and flavor up some eggs. I'm gonna add some black pepper. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt in here, and I like to add a little bit of oregano, not a lot. This is gonna flavor up the eggs and the salted fish. Just a little pinch, nothing too much. And now we're gonna give this a good whisk. So I'm gonna make a nice well here. And we're gonna add our eggs to this pan. So we're making egg and salted fish together. So we're gonna go in now and add our green onions. I like green onions in eggs. And we're gonna let the egg cook a bit and form up before we start mixing everything together. Let's see here, the stove should be on medium to low heat at this point. And slowly, I like to work the eggs into the salted fish like that. So at this point, you're gonna slowly mix in your eggs with the salted fish. Look how beautiful the green onion is looking in there. And this is gonna be so nice for the bake. You can do your eggs on the side and the salted fish separately. But today we're adding both together, a mixture of salted fish and eggs. And this will be very nice for our plantain bake, you guys. You guys let me know what you like to have your bakes with. Salted fish and bakes are really good together. Like, this is one of the most popular ways to eat bake. But let me know how you like yours. Look how delicious this looks. Beautiful and nice. So this is good. Our egg is perfectly cooked, and I think this is ready. I'm gonna turn my stove off, set this aside, and let's start frying up those bakes. Check out our beautiful salted fish and eggs with all that fresh ingredients ready for us to go with the bake. And we have our cherry on top, which is a nice mari-wiri or wiri-wiri peppers. So now we're gonna start frying up our bakes. So it's time to roll them off. I have my oil warming up in my pot, and I'm using my Dutch oven pot. It's really nice for frying. It's wide, and when I'm making bake, I need a nice wide pan for frying. So let's fry our first bake. I'm gonna try to dust out all the excess flour and then add this to the hot oil. So we're gonna turn these bakes and make sure that the top is also covered with the oil. That's how the bake will cook properly, evenly on both sides, and they tend to swell up nicely when you do this process here. That's why I like to fry mine in a nice big wide pan. You can see they're swelling up nicely. You can fry these as brown as you like or as light brown as you wish. So I'm gonna try to achieve a nice brown color on both sides. We're gonna turn this over and let that side cook until we achieve the color we're looking for. So time to take out this one. I have a beautiful color and you can see that it swell up nicely. I like to drain it carefully so we can get out as much oil as we can. I don't like an oily bake. So first one done, many more to go. Look at that. So we have two going here, and as you guys can see, they're swelling up nicely. Just like that. I'm gonna flip this one over, and this one have a nice brown color. This one will be ready to come out soon. But before you know it, these bakes are frying up quickly. We want to make them nice and have a nice crunchiness on the outside and still fluffy in the inside. Another one finished, and these are coming out so beautifully, guys. Check these out. Look at those beauties. All of them are swelling up nicely and they're smelling so nice when you're frying them. Check out our beautiful ripe plantain bake. Oh my goodness. Let me know if you like yours brown like this or nice light brown like these. They all swell up beautifully. And now it's time for us to do that taste test. If you never try this again, I'm gonna elaborate. Please give it a try. And here is dinner, my friends. We have our salted fish fried with eggs and a lot of nice fresh ingredients. We have our ripe plantain bake, nice and beautifully done. It's taste test time. And here it is, my beautiful ripe plantain bake. This is looking, look how nice and fluffy. Look at that. Let's open up one. Ooh. And it is nice and fluffy. Look at that in the inside. Wow, smells amazing. I am drooling. I have pepper sauce to go with mine, even though I have pepper in here. So salted fish and bake, an egg, and a hint of pepper sauce. You don't have to do the pepper sauce, guys. This mouthful goes to all the viewers. The bake, salted fish and egg is a perfect combination. But the bake have a nice sweetness. We can taste a hint of that plantain in there. It's well seasoned. Oh my goodness. It's warm. It's fluffy in the inside and it's so delicious. Trust me, you don't even need salt fish and bake for this. You can have it on its own like that. Plus, you can eat this with anything. Look at that. You can eat it with any side dish, any curry or greens or anything, and it is amazing. So thank you all so much for making ripe plantain bake with me. Check out all my other bake recipes and hope you'll give this recipe a try. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Love you all. Hugs and kisses.